This video is sponsored by Win-Win Technology, your ultimate flight sim hardware solution, featuring the Orion hotels, current and future configurations.
Hello everyone, I hope you're all doing very well. For today's valued viewer request, we have from LT Dog Oop. Hey Cap, in shouty capital letters. You know Cap and Cap on the head. I'll stop, okay? Can you try to land a Hornet on an airfield in case 3 conditions, so bad visibility, bad weather and bad visibility, using only the map function of the air-to-ground radar? Maybe EXP expand modes will help. It will be a fun video. I'm going to save myself lots of embarrassment and say no. The reason is nothing on that airfield, well, the runway is all we really care about, nothing on that runway is going to show up on the map function of my radar, so no. But the next best thing we can, in fact, let me just set the scene and sex it up a bit for you. We're in a Hornet. We're out to sea and the weather is terrible. In fact, look. Oh, weather is terrible. And we've had some major system failures on board our FA-18C. The TACAN's gone, so no radio navigation. We don't have ILS, ground ILS anyway. We only have carry ILS, so that won't help. Our radio's gone, so we can't get talked down by an ATC. What else have we got? Waypoint, the INS system is corrupted. That doesn't work. The GPS is gone because Putin's just blown our satellites up or whatever. So we've got no way of navigating. All we've got is physical paper map. So this is representing our physical paper map. So we know roughly where the base is in relation to mountains and stuff like that. But we can't check this in relation to us, by the way, so we can't cheat. We can just have a quick look now. So we know the runway is kind of, there's a bit of land sticking out there. There's a harbour there, and we know there's a runway there. And we've got to go and land on it. So all we've got is our air-to-ground radar, basically, nothing else. But the guys, the very friendly guys in the ATC have realised, we've got a way that we can mark this runway so that the Hornet air-to-ground radar can sort of line up with it. And that is, they get in their Jeeps. So this guy's got in his Willys Jeep, and he is running up and down the runway like that. Because remember, the air-to-ground radar has a ground moving track function. It can see things moving via the Doppler effect against the ground. So it's going to give us a reference point for that end of the runway via the air-to-ground radar, and a reference point there, and even kind of sort of a range to the runway. So Jerry and Dave are going up and down there at the ends of the runway, and this is all, I think, realistic. I think this should work in real life. Okay, so we're going to try and land it with no nav aids at all, and see what happens. The HUD's still working, so we've still got our you know, basic altitude and stuff like that. So wish me the best of luck. We've had a quick test, but we haven't actually tried landing or anything like that, so this is all going to be new. Air-to-ground radar. Okay, let's set it up. So there is the bulge, there is the harbour. So Novo runway is sort of like that. Okay, so what we're going to do first of all is use the rough topography to kind of line ourselves up. We want to head out to sea here and then turn back in there, I think. I hope you'll agree, valued viewers. And what we'll do even is we'll it's going to take quite some time. We'll speed it up. So this is all instrument rated stuff. Need a dive. Oops, gone a bit further than I thought. This bit should be super easy. As long as we don't crash into the sea, there's not much that really that can go wrong. Go over there a bit more. Okay, better start actually flying the aeroplane now. Right, so we know we're going in sort of the right direction. We're at 1,000 feet, which is a bit low, but that should be okay, I think. Right, so where's our bulge gone? In fact, let's just cut that down a bit to get a better refresh rate. It's 45, that should be better. And we're already showing the power of the air-to-ground radar now. Okay, there is where the runway should be. So next, we're actually quite close. I'm predicting we're about 5 miles away by the looks of this. So next we're going to change to our group GMT, ground moving target. And you can see we've got the first ground moving target over to our 1 o'clock. Annoyingly, we should be seeing 2. So what we want to do... and there's 2. So we can get a radial from this and a range. I'm just going to pause it there. 20 miles, 15 miles, 10 miles, 5 miles. They're 5 miles and we're left of radial. Okay? So, unpause. Gear down. Flaps down. Put a hook down. Let's imagine I've put up a special thing for us, a wire. Alright. Now, as long as Jerry and Dave keep doing their vehicle thing, then why wouldn't this work? Now, they're 3 miles away. Assuming they're roughly ASL, then 300 feet per mile is... I should be 1,200 feet at the moment, so I'm high. So let's arrest that. Whoops, don't stall. Right. I thought they would have the sensor turn on the lights, which they haven't. And I can't see the runway. I don't know what you can see, valued viewers, but the valued viewers on the streamers are saying zoom in, but I don't dare because I'm completely reliant on my radar at the moment. I'm still left of radial, so I need to bear that in mind. I'm on speed, which is nice, if you see what I mean. Right, the first one's disappeared. That means I've got within R-min of the radar. Bear in mind my current parameters. Okay, they're basically right below me now. Right, so that's as good as I can get with radar now, valued viewers. It's relative to my beady little crab eyes, as my ex-girlfriend used to say. Nope, they're back on the radar. There's two things there. We're slightly left of radial still, but I would say that's not actually that bad. I'm really hoping to see the runway at some point. 800. Oh, I'm too high. I'm too high. Cutting and diving. A natural reaction to go too high in this type of condition, because the one thing you don't want to do is whack the ground. I feel something's wrong. Where's my rad out? Where's my rad out? I don't know about you. Am I over the runway or something? There's the runway! It worked! Valued viewers, it worked! Something I did with my measly... Uh-oh. That's a landing. That's a landing. Okay, slow down. Calm down. Brakes on. Brakes on. Extra drag required right now. Air brake on. Why isn't that freaking window open this thing? Yep, brakes physically not working. In an emergency condition, that is a saved pilot. Ah, don't blow up. That is a safe pilot, guys. So not the prettiest, but bearing in mind it was the first time, and to be honest, I had no idea what to expect. That really did work. Using the topography of the ground, I found, you know, roughly where the runway was, and within kind of 10 degrees, that's a radial. And in real life, if I wasn't stuck for time, I would have just gone around and then done the thing again. And then they put Jerry and Dave in their Nissan Saturns going up and down the runway. I picked it up to get the radial and the distance. I did the rough math to get the, you know, the glide slope, 300 feet per mile, roughly. We sort of bring a thing back. You guys go and do it and see what you think. I hope you enjoyed it, and see you later.